Welcome everybody to the Summerhouse Sessions in conjunction with Inverness Gigs. Today we are joined by the band Annakii. We have Anna here on the left, we have Dave in the middle, and we have Mark on the right. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit about the band and your music.
And what's context?
Just give everybody a general feel about what to expect when they come to your gigs and hear your music.
Well, we've been playing mainly acoustic so far. Obviously the plan is to go electric as well. Somebody asked me how I would describe our music, and on an electric basis I would say, if you can imagine the Foo Fighters playing the Killer songs with Pink fronting them.
Right.
That kind of sums it up in one sense.
Yeah.
And acoustically we're the same thing but a lot milder.
Yeah.
A lot milder,
Yeah.
acoustically anyway. I mean, once we get electrically, it might just maybe change. Don't know. See how it goes. I think we're just going to see how this grows and see how it works, you know.
Yeah, being quite a new band.
Being a new band.
This year you basically started, so
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see the growth. So.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the songs have been around for a while. I mean, I've written most of them over the course of 10 years. And they've appeared in different variations
Formats,
of bands
yes.
throughout that period. But this is the first time I think that, I mean, I've known Anna since she was 2 days old.
Yeah.
I've known Dave for a long time, and although it's a band, it's kind of it's more like a bunch of friends as well.
Family, innit?
Yeah,
Family,
we know
yeah.
each other. It's kind of beyond the band thing, if you like.
We get on really quite well.
And I think that helps in the whole process. I mean, you know, Anna's mother's a good friend of mine as well, and we went to London recently. She came with us, and so it's just different from anything I've been involved in before. And I've been, you know, over the years I've been involved in a lot of bands, and there was always one element that kind of just stopped you from getting to that next process. And already we've probably passed 2 of those blocks or processes.
Which is amazing, really.
And the year we've been kind of starting this whole thing, you know.
Yeah. No, that's brilliant. And I was wondering if you wouldn't mind giving us a song and then maybe ask you another question and then a song, and then we'll finish up at that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No bother.
we'll do Sunshine.
Sunshine. Aye.
Cool.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. 2, 3, 4.
In the morning, when you're
Whoa, that was good.
That was brilliant. It's got a nice sound in here.
It's cool, I like it.
Really nice sound. I like the acoustics sound of it. It springs everything. Oh,
So, I feel this is always quite an important question. It's probably one that I would like to ask to most musicians. Is what makes performing and writing music and playing important to you? I mean, everybody's got their own reasons, and it's nice to hear how people do it.
I think for me, like, I'm only 24, and music is like the best way to describe it. It's my lifeblood. Like, I love it. It's what keeps me going. Like, my headphones are my best friend. I couldn't live without them. It's always been that way, and I think that it just translates. I was lucky that Mark kind of picked me up and gave me a chance, and I was lucky that I got to do that, and it's kind of transferred. I still listen to music all the time, but doing music is the same feeling, and I love it. I think that's why I do it. It makes me happy. Like, it sounds like such a cliche, but as soon as the beat kicks in, as soon as it gets going, it gives me a rush. Love it.
I'm the same. I've been like that all my life. Really, quite honestly.
For me, it's just at school, creative was what I mean, maths and English, creative English, yeah, but maths, all that kind of stuff. Art was always my thing, and anything kind of creative and music kind of fell into that. And I think it's just always been a part of my life. I mean, I wrote my first song when I was 5 years old. I still got recorded somewhere. It's awful, but hey.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere.
And I think I don't know, I've just, for me, I've always got to be involved in something creative, and I think that's where, for me, the music side kind of falls in. And you know, if it wasn't in my life, I think it would be a pretty boring place.
I know. Can you imagine the world with no music?
Yeah.
What?
No,
I
I
know.
wouldn't. No.
Yeah.
I know it's,
I mean, I'd like to write more. I mean, I dabble about with the guitar. I'm not a great guitar player or whatever, but I'd like to try and get involved, because I've always got that melodies and things going through my head, but I just can't quite, you know, I'm alright sitting behind a box or behind a kit or whatever, but when it comes down to and I like to get, I mean, we all contribute,
yeah.
but Mark sort of comes out with a really good catchy, you know, and I think that's important, I think, as well, you know, if you've got a good.
Well, the thing is, I think it's a team thing. You know, it's like
a team
some
thing,
of these songs I've done in various formats, and they all sound different. You know, each time you do them, they sound different with the people you're working with. But I think here it's quite good because, I mean, obviously, the way that Dave will play in the drum sets up in a particular way, the way that Anna will approach the melodies, and the way I'll play the guitar to it. So it's kind of, it works the way it is now. Not that it didn't work before. Usually,
but just something a bit more.
well, usually it's more politics.
Yeah.
And you know, if a band doesn't work, it's not usually. I know they say musical difference in that, but I usually find it's politics.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, some format or other.
So, would you just like to sing us another song just now?
Okay,
Alright.
this is called King Love.
Hold on.
for too long. All through the night, I'm running, trying to catch the light as it goes out of sight. All through the night, I'm running, trying to catch the light as it goes out of sight. Key love, you're a psycho machine. Key love, I like it when you get me. Key love, you're a crazy bitch. Key love, because I like you too much. Key love, you're a psycho machine. Key love, I like it when you get me. Key love, you're a crazy bitch. Key love, because I like you too much. Key love.
Woohoo!
There you go.
That was really good. Thoroughly enjoyed that. It's really difficult not to sing, you know, when you're recording. So let's
Join in.
join in.
That's what they
So,
say. Join in. That's what it's all about.
It's about everybody else hearing you. Anybody can hear me whenever.
Join in.
So, my next question: what's been your favourite gig so far, and where would be your dream gig?
Do you know what?
That's a
They
hard one.
probably won't expect me to say this, but I really enjoyed supporting Marco and Carbridge because it was tiny. Like you could
It was
feel
a
the sweat.
small, tight
Yeah.
community.
I really
feeling,
enjoyed
yeah.
London. That was really good. But somehow the gig we did in like here was
Garbage.
yeah, in Carbridge.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. I really loved it.
Was it that just that bit more intimate?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what it was. It was so
It was packed out,
yeah.
but it was a small place.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Good
I mean,
sort of
London
high
was
on atmosphere.
London was actually
fantastic.
quite was a hell of an experience because
It really was.
I mean we were the first band to be on, and as soon as Anna started and we came out, it just everybody just piled into the place. You know,
And the big
what-
stage as
what
well.
was there. And it really, I mean, we were just sort of
We're a bit,
gobsmacked.
yeah, we're a
you know,
bit blown away.
how well it went, and that's a place that was it's got rockers and
Well,
sort of.
I had an interesting
Aye.
conversation after that. Was we went to this rock club later on at night after, and I was speaking to this music journalist who wasn't at the gig, but he said, "I've spoken to 3 people tonight who are not connected with each other, who were at the gig, and they all talked about you guys." I thought, well, that's good. And he said, that tells me something, you know. So I think from the London gig, I'm not saying it was the most favourite gig,
It's a pinnacle gig.
but it was a pinnacle gig,
Yeah.
definitely.
Just so that people know, who was it you were playing with?
Right, well, we were playing with a guy called Marco Mendoza, who also is in a band called the Dead Daisies. He's actually a friend of mine.
Right.
I've known Marco for quite a few years because, you know, I've been involved with like the Dead Daisies and doing stuff in the back room and stuff like that. So, and it's a cliche, but the way it works in this business, it is who you know and not what you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that, you know, I'm not afraid to say that, you know, I've been at the other end for years in a lot of things where I've lost it because I haven't known the right person, or not because
It's
what
not,
we're doing,
it's
we're
not
good enough.
easy.
It's-
I mean,
and-
it's just hellish
yeah.
to say that you know, but I mean, talent, yes, that's a plus, but it's if you've got some kind of that
I mean, any
knowing people can't help you, can't help you a
any
lot.
advice I
I
would
mean-
give to like young bands coming up is keep at it, but
Yeah.
you know,
Don't
every
give in.
opportunity you can
Don't
get
give in.
to
Take it.
try and, you know, support a band and get to know them, you know, on the way up, because
But also keep your feet in the ground.
yeah, I
When
mean,
you're
yeah,
doing
but that's, to be honest, that's a given, you know.
You know.
Any egos that come up, then that'll get shut down very quickly.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I mean, that's a good thing with playing like Marco. You know, Marco's done it all. Got the T-shirt and probably got
So
100 variations of the T-shirt.
100 colours.
And it's
all
like
different materials.
he's very good at, if he sees somebody that's the egos,
He'll just
he'll tell you that right away. You
He's a good guy, Marco. He's very cool.
know?
Very grateful.
yeah.
Guy.
yeah. Well, listen, I've said to guys, I'm just been lucky, very lucky.
Yeah, you
It's
said
been a long slog. I've been through various projects over the years. I mean, I was in a very sort of no-name band in the early 80s, and
Fantastic.
there was stuff that could have been happening, but certain things took over and they started the next thing. But I just kept on going. I just stuck my heels in, and then all the ups and downs, you know, we're working with Mark over the years. We thought, no, we'll get something. But if you just stick in at it,
The bottom line is, as long as you enjoy what
enjoy
you're
it
doing,
and enjoy it. That's it. That's another as well.
it's
Make it a fun thing. If you
Yeah.
start making it a chore, I think sometimes that's where.
yeah,
it
and
becomes
don't
too
go out
much.
expecting things,
Yeah.
because if you go out there and expecting things, you'll always be disappointed.
You don't. want that.
If you go out there and you enjoy it and just take it, just see where it leads you. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, that's what we've always done. And
I think from like a point of view of someone that hasn't gigged for a long time, I think when you're in a band, always important, never lose laughter.
Mhm.
I think, like, I know it's not musical, but never lose laughter.
I think that's something that's easier being in a band, being, you know, playing solo myself.
Yeah.
When you play in a band, it gives you a lot more energy.
Oh,
You know,
definitely.
you have somebody to banter back and forth
Yes.
with on
Yeah.
stage, and
I
it
think when
gives you,
you're solo, you don't have egos to deal with.
yeah, just your own.
Well,
But getting back to your original question of what was your favourite gig, for me, it's always the next gig.
Yeah,
That was clever.
Because it's
No,
like,
it's-
I'm one of these people, you know, like people, you know, I've been in bands, people record everything that you do and go back and analyse it and that. And to me, it's like,
You never
It's-
watch it, do you?
it's gone, you know, it's like that moment's gone.
yeah.
You know, it's like,
Yeah.
when you're playing the gig and you get a good reaction, then that's what you've
Achieved,
gone out to achieve,
yeah.
right? So to go back and overanalyze, oh, you didn't play that guitar right, or you didn't play that drum beat, I'm not really interested in it, because it's not important.
as long as you've got
No.
a good overall sound,
Yeah.
everybody's together. I call it ensemble because of my background, pipe band from years and years ago.
I think from my point of view, from the question, it wasn't so much about analysing a gig. It was just in your own head. What did you feel was your most favourite? That was the kind of.
I mean, I'm one of these people. It's like I don't know if I ever actually enjoy it at the time. It's always
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah,
Because it just goes in a flash.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, you know, stupid things. It's like we played the Market Bar and a wee thing quite recently, and of course, just the way it was set up last minute, and it was like lots of bands playing, and the mic wasn't the right situation for me, and the seat I was in, I was just about falling off, but like,
But still,
but saying that, the next guy came on and said, oh, I was hoping that somebody else would have to follow these guys, not me. So we obviously made the right impression.
must have.
yeah.
We must be doing something right.
So it's like you always think at the time this isn't going right, and then you come off and you get a totally different reaction. It's just
You know, it's funny as well. Every time I have a habit of, as soon as I come off stage, I look at Dave and he kind of nods, and that's kind of I'm
Yeah.
okay. And then I'm like to Mark, was it alright? And every time I think I did rubbish, Mark thinks I did brilliantly, and when I think I did really well, Mark's like,
I know.
Man, like honesty.
yeah.
Don't overanalyze.
No.
Try not to.
I'm an
you know.
overanalyzer.
Well, you know,
I do.
it's,
Yeah.
it's, oh no.
Would you like to play as your last song for
Yeah.
today?
Okay.
right. This one's called A Beautiful Lie.
1, 2, 3, 4.
fantastic song. That was lovely. Just to kind of finish up, would you like to tell people sort of your plans for the rest of the years, what gigs you've got and where?
Well, at the moment we've got our first electric gig on July 21st at the Highland Games, which will be an interesting one for us.
Which is Inverness Gigs.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yeah. So we've just started doing rehearsals
Yeah,
for. We're
so,
starting rehearsals for that.
So it's basically the same thing but amplified,
Amplified, drum kit.
louder. So that's the next gig. After that, we've got nothing planned as such. I mean, it's going to be a case of writing, because I mean, the plan is next year we're going to go and record an album. So we have lots of material at the moment, which is kind of half finished, or
Yeah.
just about there, or
Half
songs
finished after.
songs that I've got that I've done before. I want to take it and sort of
Retweak
spruce
them,
up and
yeah.
make them new. And so I think really we'll do the odd gig.
Well, we do the odd gig. Maybe do acoustic gigs. Keep the acoustic
Yeah.
thing going.
Yeah, we'll probably do the
Think-
acoustic.
keep us there,
we might.
you know.
I mean, one of the things we're thinking about maybe is maybe later in the year we'll do some maybe a series acoustic, a small acoustic tour or something
Tour,
like that.
maybe October time, maybe.
We have the opportunity to go down London again and play with a band there that we know quite well.
We know.
So there's nothing planned, but there's lots of little bits and pieces. But I think the main thing is I think we'll consciously try to keep in the psyche of everybody. So we'll hopefully pop up and play the Market Bar or do the odd thing, locally, and just keep our name out there.
Just want to get out there, really, don't we?
But
Just
the main thing will really be to write and get things ready for recording next year. And next year, who knows from there? It's just taking one thing at a time, and I mean, it's in the year we've been doing this, it's the first time we've noticed a very kind of steady build from sort of playing acoustic in the bedroom, getting out to play a few sort of what you call it, like your
Open mics.
like yourself.
Yeah. That's
And then taking that to the next stage and playing gigs with like St Marco and other bits and pieces.
I mean, that might come up again. We don't know. We
But yeah, I mean,
we'll see.
it's been a constant kind of slow build, and the one thing that's very nice for me that I've noticed, having played in bands for a long time, locally it's always can be a challenge, and I've actually noticed there is a bit of a local buzz for us,
Yeah.
Which is good. It's
quite
nice.
it's really nice.
Appreciate it.
But again, you can't take that for granted.
No.
But it's nice when people say that they've heard you or they like you or whatever, and it massages the ego a wee bit.
Yeah.
But it's nice to hear that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming
bother.
today. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here.
Well,
And
thanks for asking us along.
what a glorious day it's been. So thanks very much, Annakii.
No
Thank
worries.
you.
Thank you now.